Hey guys, welcome back to week 2 of Did You Know All Things Insurance. Chris is back with us this week, and we're going to cover one topic each week from here on out. And tonight, we're actually going to be talking about personal property damage. So, Chris, that's C3, if I remember right, which means nothing to me, means everything to you. Help us understand how that fits together, if you will.
Yep, great question. So in a homeowner's insurance policy, you have a bunch of coverages, but we're going to talk A through D right now. A is dwelling, B is other structures, C is personal property, which is what this episode is going to be about, and D is loss of use. So with personal property, the biggest thing I want you to take away is replacement cost value versus actual cash value. And what this means is when you have replacement cost and something were to happen, whether it be by fire, whether it be by the peril of theft, however it is that it was lost or whatever, if you have replacement costs, that means you are getting 100% of what that item is worth. If you have actual cash value, that means it factors in depreciation. So for example, you bought a large screen TV in 2019 for $1,000. How much is that worth now? And how much does a large screen cost today? So the big thing with the replacement cost is making sure that you're getting the full value for the product that you had personally owned. The next is, what is personal property? And the best way I like to explain this is, imagine you took your house and you shook it. Anything that falls out is basically personal property. The large thing with this is everything is covered, but with the exception of jewelry, firearms, furs, fine arts, rugs, collectibles, watches, musical instruments. Those are covered on your policy. However, there are limits that they're covered to. So if you bought your wife a diamond ring, an engagement ring, if you are a firearms collector, you want to make sure to get a personal article floater. And this ensures that that $5,000, that $10,000 ring, you'll actually get the full amount for. Say if you're a nurse in the ICU, you have gloves on, you take it off, it gets thrown in the trash and you lost it. Well, if you have a personal article floater, say through a company like Brightco, you'll actually get exactly what that's worth for $0 deductible. So you get your product back. And then something we were speaking about earlier also was sheds, storage units. So fun fact, if you have any personal belongings in the storage unit, they're actually covered up to 10% of your coverage C. So the easiest way to explain that, if you have $100,000 in personal property coverage, you have $10K in coverage for those items in that storage unit.
Wow. So that's good to know. Replacement value versus depreciation.
Actual cash value.
Actual cash value. So I might have something really valuable. If I have the wrong kind of coverage, I'm not going to get replacement of it unless I have the right coverage.
100%, yeah. And again, make sure for the actual HO3 homeowners policy, you want to make sure that you have replacement costs. The info about the firearms, jewelry, all that, again, it's covered under your homeowners insurance policy, but typically, for example, like jewelry, it's only covered up to $1,500. So if you have anything over that, you want to get the personal article floater to ensure that you're covered at the $5,000, $10,000, however much the actual item's worth.
Wow. Well, thank you, Chris. I appreciate it. Again, more details, things I didn't know, things hopefully that you're learning along with me, and we'll see you next Tuesday.